Hey, is this more important than my health? This is something that I have asked myself a lot over the years, and I will probably always continue to ask myself because I think it's a really, really important question. Um, these days, the reason is these days, a lot of us are being told it's really important to have boundaries and things like that to get well, and totally it is, and we shouldn't be allowing people to walk all over us. But also, on the flip side of that, there is this thing where we, or certainly me, I've definitely seen it played out in myself, and from speaking to others, it does seem to happen to them too, is that you get into a habit of fighting your corner all the time. And this can be more so if you had a childhood or early life where you didn't have control in some way, particularly if there was abuse or neglect or something like that. But also if we've been in relationships like that, have bosses like that, whatever it is, we can feel the need to um, want to have some of that control back and to have our point heard and considered and acted on as well. And that's totally normal. But when we become unwell, if we're still in that place of needing to fight our corner all the time, we are constantly in a stress response. We're constantly triggering that nervous system, upsetting those adrenals, and using that much needed, wanted, and desired energy that we have on things that are mostly not important. I would find myself when I was really bad with the CFS, uh, like having to fight my corner over the color of the bathroom, or the um, you know, what where we go to eat or something like that. And these things are not important. They're really not important. And I know, particularly from my own side, I would feel unheard and thus unloved and unconsidered. And it would start this whole thing if I didn't feel like that person had really understood my point of view and what I was thinking and done something about it. But actually, what happens is we get into a nervous system completely overstimulated response. The person on the other side doesn't want to get into conversations with us about this again. So they just do their own thing. And it actually makes the situation worse. So, in a very waffly roundabout way, what I'm trying to get at is when we ask the question, is this more important than my health? That really allows us to think, the color of the bathroom, or what time the bins go out, or, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. It doesn't even matter if the bins go out, if we miss a day or a week or whatever, it really doesn't matter in the greater scheme of things. But we, or me particularly, I know I did, so I'm assuming some of you might be like this, um, put so much importance on these small things and feel like we have to fight our corner all the time. And we waste so much of that beautiful energy that we're trying to conserve on it. And, when we look at it, is it really that important? And what I've recognized over the years is I can have clear boundaries and say yes and no to things, but I also don't need to get into silly little arguments, disputes, tensions about loads of things that are really, really, really not important. So maybe that's something to consider for yourselves. Is that a question that you can use yourself? Is this more important than my health? Because you know what? Almost nothing is. Almost nothing is as important as your health. And when we learn to let go of all those little things, we have so much more energy and resources for all the bigger things then. So, yeah, that's my sharing from today. Ciao for now.